Connors against Barazzutti.
The lights have been turned on, Pat. They won't take effect for a little bit. They're just coming on now.
Takes them a while to get warmed up.
Excellent forehand winner by Barazzutti. And he breaks Connors' serve. So Jimmy Connors has won the first set 7-5. They're back on serve. Connors leading 4-3, second set.
This is a gas flame. It keeps 40 million families warm. It cooks 90 million meals a day. Millions of jobs depend on it. This is a gas flame. It provides by far the biggest share of energy for industry. Getting more gas can't wait any longer.
This is no import. We made this blouse. We belong to the International Ladies Garment Workers Union. We've sewn our label right in here. It tells you we're able to do what every American wants to do. Have a job, do honest work at decent wages. When you see our union label, think of us making a living, making your clothes right here in America.
Look for the union label when you are buying a coat, dress, or blouse. Remember somewhere our union sewing,
our wages going to feed the kids and run the house.
we work hard, but who's complaining? Thanks to the ILG, we're paying our way. So always look for the union label. It says we're able to make it in the USA.
Remind you that CBS Sports will continue its coverage of the Connors-Barazzutti match until it's over. Connors won the first set. He leads 4-3 in the second set. The Barazzutti serving.
And that's great, Pat, because that'll get us in shape for tomorrow's 7 hours of coverage.
That's right.
There were 3 service breaks in the first set, which Connors won 7-5. There have been 4 service breaks, 2 by each player in this set. Barazzutti certainly took his eye off that one. Barely made contact. And now double break point for Connors. Once that service break back.
Left.
Out. That's wide.
30-40.
That's out.
5-3. New ball, please.
Connors breaks back. It's 5-3, second set. Jimmy won the first set 7-5. The lights are at their full power now, so whatever problem they had earlier with shadows should be gone. In about another 10 minutes, the sun will be behind the stadium entirely.
Although, Pat, you know, it's sort of like driving with your headlights on at dusk. They don't really help that much, but as it does get a little darker, it'll blend in without being a noticeable change for the players. So Connors serving with new balls, hoping to close out the second set. Barazzutti's back there sort of laughing at himself, saying, man, oh man, I'm that close to him. I had the easy backhand and couldn't even get it by him. Look out. It's now 30 all. And it's set point for Connors.
30.
Ever on the attack. He just pressures.
He has definitely not been as sharp today, though, as he was against Orantes. He's made a lot more errors. And that forehand is a winner for Jimmy Connors. He wins the second set 6-3, so he has a 2-set to love lead in this semifinal match.
6-3. He leads.
A fight night to remember. CBS Sports puts you at ringside for a hard-hitting boxing extravaganza featuring 2 world champions defending their titles and 2 reigning Olympic champs undefeated as pros. The Night of the Champions. Live Tuesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time.
Connors and Barazzutti still in the middle of their rest on the court change. Connors, the first set victor 7-5, second set 6-3. But Tony, it has not been easy for him at all. He hasn't been as sharp, and Barazzutti has shown some great agility.
He certainly has, and it'll be interesting to see Barazzutti's mental approach to this third set, because he's down 2 sets to love. He has somewhat of a reputation of not fighting all the way to the end sometimes, and it'll be interesting to see if he hangs tough or if he more or less goes through the motions. I've always felt, Pat, that, you know, when you're in any tournament, if you enter it, you ought to give it your best shot. But boy, when you're in a major championship, there's nothing to save.
He has given it a good shot no matter what happens. He defeated Eli Nastasi, who's one of the spectators watching this. He beat Mark Edmondson. He beat Butch Waltz. And he beat the number 3 seed, Connors is number 2, Brian Gottfried, and he beat him handily.
Earlier today, Pat, the McGovern Award was presented to Mr. Bill Ackerman of Trenton, New Jersey, as the umpire of the year. And we want to salute Bill and all the people that are umpires, linesmen, And I think here at the U.S. Open, under difficult conditions, they've done a marvelous job, as have the ball boys and ball girls.
Actually, you think back over the 11 days we've already been here, and there have been very few arguments.
That's right.
Barazzutti to serve. First game, third set. It's a best 3 out of 5.
Number 15.
The winner to play Vilas. And again, we remind you that we'll be on at noon tomorrow with the men's finals, the mixed doubles finals, and the women's doubles finals. Be around until they're completed. That one didn't climb.
15 all.
Vilas probably back at his hotel having a big steak and a salad right now. Jimmy's still out here toiling away. Whoops.
Out. 30-15.
Topspin forehand by Barazzutti. 40-15. Corrado Barazzutti of Italy has held serve. He leads 1-0 in the second set. Jimmy Connors has won the first 2 sets.
Did you know that science has developed a new telephone cable fiber as thin as a human hair? It's made out of glass, and it transmits your voice with light impulses. The big benefit being that the new telephone cables are only 1/16 the size of the old ones. So in the same amount of space, we can now handle thousands more calls.
Gee.
No, GTE.
Louise McKean of Gilmanton, New Hampshire, has just come back from a test drive in a Volvo. Here's what she has to say.
I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the brakes and the steering and the solid feeling. I drove the wagon and I was really pleased with how sporty it was. I didn't feel that I was, you know, in some of these cars you feel like you're a real housewife carting the kids around or something, but it was fun to drive.
Test drive a Volvo and see what you've been missing.
I think I have the feel of the scene. You let me know when you're ready for it.
Monday night, Betty White premieres in her own comedy series.
I am sorry about that.
And then there's more.
They have spotted a lone survivor wandering through the woods.
You lie! Monday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
Corrado Barazzutti of Italy won the first game of the third set. Jimmy Connors won the first 2 sets. And a men's semifinal. Barazzutti held service, first game, third set. It's a best 3 out of 5. Barazzutti in the near court, Connors at the other end. Another full day of tennis tomorrow. Starting at noon where you're watching now on CBS.
That's Barazzutti, of course, on your left. And Connors getting ready to serve on your right. Breeze picking up again. In a way, Pat, we've been fortunate to get these matches in because it was a little threatening when we started.
Sure it was. Oh, Connors almost got it.
What a good volley, though, by Barazzutti. Watch how he stretches out and is able to angle that ball cross court. Connors just got it before it bounced the second time, but couldn't get it up. 30-15.
Tony, do you think it's to Vilas' advantage to be home resting now, or to the winner of this match advantage to be here still playing and staying loose?
I don't think it makes any difference, Pat, you know, unless this thing went real late, although 2 years ago, Orantes finished at 1 in the morning, got to sleep about 4 after beating Vilas. Connors has held serve, so it's 1-all in the third set. And then he came out the next day and defeated Connors in the finals.
And I remember everybody was saying he's not going to be able to play except Connors. He said, I think he's got it going, and he's probably going to, it's never worn off. He'll be tougher. And he was.
You know, if I were going to try to help Barazzutti with his serve, that one of the things I talk about is his toss, which many times is quite high. You really don't want to toss it any higher than you can reach with your racket hand fully extended.
You'd like to hit it at that point where it stops going up and starts to coming down.
That's the ideal spot, yeah. And it's not moving as you're hitting it. That's long.
40 love.
Powerful two-hander by Connors.
40-15.
You know, I hear people once in a while, Pat, say, well, he didn't even try for that. You know, you get up in a situation like that, and he was probably thinking cross court, had the weight basically leaning that way, and just couldn't recover at all.
I'm not sure he had much of a chance anyway.
He wouldn't have. Good deep shot by Connors.
Wonder what he's saying to himself.
How'd that guy keep hitting it so close to that back line, and so hard, too? Fettuccine.
Connors gets even.
Watch Connors come crashing in. He keeps closing. That ball is high, both feet off the ground, and he pumps that forehand volley down the line, and it's deuce.
Advantage, Barazzutti.
Boy, it looked like Barazzutti's topspin forehand was going to go way long. The extra spin brought it right down on the line, and now he has the advantage. That one is long.
Barazzutti.
Corrado Barazzutti holds his serve after a struggle. He leads 2-1 in the third set, and as you can see, Connors has won the first 2 sets.
Out in Central Oregon, barn raising's not a lost art. And just like pioneer days, friends come from miles around to help. And we're there too, because we're Georgia Pacific, and we're usually around when there's building to be done. But we're more than just timber. We mine our own gypsum for our own gypsum board, and we're into petrochemicals for products like plastic pipe. We even furnish the roofing. And when work's done, dinner comes with our paper plates and napkins. We even supply part of the feed that'll make the cattle feel at home in their new home. Georgia Pacific. We're a lot more than timber. We're oil, gas, coal, gypsum, and timber. And the skill to manage them.
Rafferty MD becomes Rafferty Detective.
Even if we find him, it could be the wrong blood, could be the wrong tissue, it could be a bad match.
Yes.
Where do we start?
Can you ask me such a thing? What kind of a man are you?
Anything but a perfect match, no deal.
Rafferty, Monday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.
Nothing's perfect.
Connors won the first 2 sets in this semifinal match, 7-5, 6-3. Barazzutti is ahead in the third set, 2-1. Earlier today in mixed doubles, those are the results. King and Gerolaitis. And they'll play Betty Stova and Fru McMillan in the mixed doubles finals, which you'll see tomorrow. That's just part of what will be at least 7 hours of our coverage, beginning at noon, as we did today. A burner past Barazzutti. 15 love.
All.
Connor's big task now, Pat, is to just keep concentrating, stay on top of this thing. He missed it.
15-30.
Barazzutti's forehand caught the tape, bounced up. Was not a difficult try for Connors, but he hit it wide.
He had the whole court.
All.
He's been jumping around like there's absolutely no problem with his back.
If you ask Orantes, I think he would verify that.
Yeah.
Just wide.
40-30.
Boy, that was a good effort by Barazzutti, because he didn't take a big swing. He used the speed that Connors put on the ball and just sort of cupped it cross court. Just barely missed it.
2-all.
It is 2-all then. Bjorn Borg was the #1 seed. He had to withdraw. So Connors is the highest seeded player. He was #2.
It was wide. Did a good job to get to it. Let's watch, see how deep Barazzutti is in the corner. Look at, he's sliding way outside the double sideline, and he gets back to this ball in time to try to make a shot. Just real good court coverage. Now back to live action. Love 15. Now this time Barazzutti has Connors on the string. He ran him back in that corner 2 or 3 times. Jimmy finally threw up the defensive lob, and Barazzutti knocked off the winner. 15-all.
Third set. Games are 2-all. Watch Connors move in on that second serve, and it looked like he was coming all the way in, and he stopped and went back. Why did he do that?
That's because Barazzutti's second serve was deep. It just barely hit inside the service line. He was hoping to get a short ball where it would come up and he could give it a good ride, but Barazzutti's serve was too good. Not much chance of that ball going in the way Jim hit it. He went underneath it and hit it pretty hard. That ball has to climb.
Like he was starting in again.
Perhaps the best shot in the game, Pat. If you can do it when you want it.
You have to work on that a lot, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Hit the let cord.
I'm told that's one of your demonstrations at your camp. You show people how to hit a let.
Yeah, on the serve, it takes me a few.
Out. Advantage.
I played Rosewall a lot of times, and he used to drive you nuts because he got so many let balls, particularly off the backhand side, because when you come to the net, he's trying to hit it so close to the top of the net. Boy, I'm telling you, that is some kind of court coverage by Barazzutti. Again, watch where Barazzutti is when he finishes, recovers again outside the double sideline. Yes. And he gets to that ball. And look what Connors has to do just to win a point.
It's deuce.
Advantage. Barazzutti.
Connors ran over to get a towel. Oh, that ball hit on the service line and scooted.
Advantage, Barazzutti.
Barazzutti really hasn't made very many errors. It's been Connors' power that's got him ahead.
That's true. In the process, you don't do as much. You don't many winners or force errors either. But on a clay court, if you keep it going long enough, chances are your opponent will make a mistake.
Put the string in his racket.
Yes.
That's right. He's going to replace it. He's got lead tape all across the top and partway down one side of that racket. Vilas does that too.
I had lead in my shoes. Did that count?
I guess it does.
Advantage, Barazzutti.
Connors won the first set 7-5, the second set 6-3. It is 2-all in the third set. Barazzutti has the advantage.
For the fourth time.
Good.
You know, Pat, I've been thinking about when Connors went around and rubbed that mark out, you know, on Barazzutti's side. I wonder if he'd have done that if he'd been playing in the Foro Italico in Rome.
He wouldn't still be playing.
Advantage, Barazzutti. Left.
Way out over the baseline, so Barazzutti, after quite a struggle, has held his serve, and he leads 3-2 in the third set. Connors has won the first 2 sets. The winner of this match will play in the men's singles finals tomorrow against Vilas.
Did you know that science has developed a new telephone cable fiber as thin as a human hair? It's made out of glass, and it transmits your voice with light impulses. The big benefit being that the new telephone cables are only 1/16 the size of the old ones. So in the same amount of space, we can now handle thousands more calls.
Gee.
No, GTE.
Do you know me? In places like this, I'm not always recognized. That's one reason I carry the American Express card. It really comes in handy on vacations for hotels, car rentals, ski equipment, and tennis lessons. After all, man does not live by golf alone.
To apply for a card, call 800-528-8000.
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Wherever I win with my Bancroft, I have to give credit to my friends at the Bancroft factory, where my rackets are made by hand. Hand laminated for power and response, hand balanced for control. And Bancroft's craftsmen make all top-line Bancroft brackets with over 100 handcrafted steps. So, the top-quality Bancroft racket you buy is handcrafted just like mine.
Top-quality, handcrafted Bancroft rackets.
Part of our coverage tomorrow will be the women's doubles final. Martina Navratilova and Betty Stova against Dr. Renee Richards and Betty Ann Stewart. We'll be on from noon until it's over tomorrow. It includes that match that I just talked about. Mixed doubles finals, women's doubles finals. Connors serving at 2-3. In the third set, he won the first two sets. Not easily, however. The first one was 7-5. The second one was 6-3.
Good shot.
All.
$15-30. Connors getting himself in a bit of trouble. Pat, you're talking about who had the advantage, Vilas or Connors playing now. If this goes 4 or 5 sets, then it would be a different story, and it would certainly, I think, help Vilas.
They have a little bit of an advantage in it. That's the last match tomorrow.
30-all.
So if it's possible to sleep late before you play in the U.S. Open finals, they'll have a chance to do it.
There is the old pro Pancho Segura on the left in a white coat. Mrs. Connors on the right, and Lorne Kuehl, who works out with Jimmy Connors, in the middle.
Segura was saying that Connors plays like he had hoped that he would be able to play. But he was no slouch.
That's for sure. Pretty good powerhouse tennis there.
And again, spectacular court coverage by Barazzutti. Games are 3-all, third set. James Scott Connors won the first two. Barazzutti's father is a lorry driver, you told me.
That's translated means a truck driver. Good drop shot by Barazzutti.
15-all.
Games are 3-all. It's 15-all. Barazzutti serving.
Out. 30-15.
Barazzutti walking by, taking a peek at the mark of Connor's previous shot that hit right on the baseline. 30-all. Way out over the baseline. And that also is way out over the baseline, so Barazzutti has held his serve. Connors has won the first 2 sets. Barazzutti leads 4 games to 3 in the 3rd set. This is the semifinals of the U.S. Open.
Boy, what I'd give for one of those Toyotas that's got room for us and all this stuff.
You asked for it. The Toyota Corolla Liftback. Go ahead, load her up. It's built with plenty of room for people and things. Then take it just about anywhere because Toyotas can take it. They're built tough and they're built dependable. In fact, if you can find a better built small car than Toyota, buy it.
You asked for it, you got it, Toyota.
I got enough to worry about. My hairline, my waistline. When it comes to my money, our money,
We let someone else help us do the worrying.
our IDS representative, he worries about planning for our future. And that means not just life insurance, but investments and savings, too.
IDS, not just insurance, not just investments, but a financial plan designed especially for you. When it comes to your money, let us help you do the worrying. IDS, we help people manage money.
I'm Johnny Rutherford. You know, only Xerox offers you 3 portable copiers with these features. This one makes clean, crisp, regular-size copies. This one makes regular-size copies and large copies of large documents. This one makes regular-size copies and large copies and small copies of large documents. These Xerox copiers, they're terrific. But you know why I like them? Because they're on wheels.
Connors and Barazzutti, the men's semifinals. Barazzutti leading in the 3rd set, 4 games to 3. Connors won the first 2 sets. We'll stay with this until the conclusion. We've been on since noon.
Just out over the baseline.
15-love. Off.
You know what you say when a guy does that?
15-all.
What? Nice stop. Tried a little drop volley, and it dropped a little too low and a little too quickly. 15 all. You know, when you, from this angle, you watch Connors serve and see how he arches his back. It's no wonder that he has back problems occasionally. Awful strain. Wide.
30-15.
Okay. 40-15. Connors got the lob just deep enough. Barazzutti disgusted with himself.
Backhand. You watch Barazzutti now. When Connors comes in, he rolls, cups it cross court. Connors just barely got his racket on it.
It's 40-30. Connors trying to get even in the third set.
No service break so far in the third set. Had 3 in the first set and 5 service breaks in the second set. Connors has held his serve, and it's now 4-all. And again, a reminder, if we do get to 6 games apiece, they'll play the 12-point tiebreaker. That is the first player to win 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage will be the winner. Have the let court judge out measuring the net.
It's John Weeks.
Perhaps not his most photogenic side.
Perhaps not. He's concerned about the net, though. Let's see the other side.
I know, John. There it is. All right, John. Here we go. 4-all. Watch it again. Another good roll, cross-court backhand. Got a weak volley from Connors. And a topspin forehand for a winner. 15-love. And then a topspin backhand up the line.
And 2 outright winners.
30-love.
A double fall.
30-15.
That's only the second. Barazzutti has served 1 ace, and that's 2 double faults.
Connors has 1 ace and no double faults. Oh, what a shot.
30 all.
30 all.
We mentioned before that we had heard that Barazzutti was inclined to, if he got behind, get discouraged and not give it all he had. Whoever told us that, whoever invented that story, was badly wrong.
That's long. Corrado Barazzutti has held his serve, and he leads 5 games to 4 in the 3rd set. This is a best-of-5 set men's semifinals.
Five on the 50-yard line!
Hey, Charlie, it was cold last night. You put in the Prestone antifreeze?
Prestone. Who needs Prestone?
Prestone? You need Prestone.
If your antifreeze is worn out or you don't have enough, you could be in trouble. So put in a fresh fill of Prestone, too, to prevent corrosion and freeze-ups.
Prestone. We need Prestone.
Prestone. You need Prestone.
Now, let me tell you something. I've eaten the dust of many a rodeo, and I built up some kind of a thirst. That's why I drink light beer from Miller. It has 1/3 less calories than the regular beer, and it tastes real good. Light says giddy up to all that flavor, and woe to being filled up. And that ain't no book.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Cotton keeps America comfortable.
Cotton keeps America feeling natural.
I'd do anything for Bill. So when he said that he wanted comfortable, breathable cotton shirts, I bought him Natural Blend shirts with 60% or more cotton plus durable press. So Bill gets cotton comfort and I get easy care. Natural Blend is great because I'd do anything for Bill, except iron shirts.
When you're looking for comfort, look for the seal of cotton. The more cotton, the better you feel.
Just part of what you'll see tomorrow. Mixed doubles finals. Betty Stova and Fru McMillan against Billie Jean King and Vitas Gerulaitis. You'll also see the men's final between the winner of this match that's going on right now and Guillermo Vilas, as well as mixed doubles finals and Hall of Fame doubles. Our coverage starts at noon. Paid attendance today, by the way, 12,587. The house was full.
If that's not capacity, I don't know what is.
Barazzutti leads Connors 5 games to 4
Love
in the
15.
third set. Connors won the first 2. 7-5, 6-3.
Blew out.
Got to believe that man is in pretty good shape.
Barazzutti shot was wide.
30-15.
The lights have been on in the stadium at the West Side Tennis Club for some time.
Probably close to an hour now, Pat.
Yeah.
This is the last part of that point. Connors throws up the lob, guesses right, and rips a forehand, and Barazzutti blocks off the volley for a winner. Corrado Barazzutti of Italy.
That is the point of the tournament. No question about it.
It's 30-all. Connors serving at 4-5 in the third set. He has won the first two sets.
People starting to yell encouragement or whatever.
Natives are getting a little restless.
Connors trying to get even at 5-all. Segura and Gloria Connors, Jimmy's mother, looking on.
Hey, let's get this over with to go home and get dinner.
Or
Get
lie
you to
down or
bed.
something. It is 5-all. Third set.
New balls coming up.
Those games are 5-all in the third set. We have new balls. Love 15.
Again, a reminder, if we get the 6-all, a 12-point tiebreaker will be played. Barazzutti guessed right. He stayed in that corner.
30.
Connors put so much pace on the volley, it just scooted by him, and he was late. Love 30.
Connors, of course, looking for a break.
And now it's triple break point.
Connors got away with something there because he slipped in the corner, and if Barazzutti had been able to get the ball over to the other side of the court, he'd have never gotten there.
Good backhand up the line by Barazzutti.
15-40.
We'll be back with more action from the West Side Tennis Club after this word from your local station.